This might be a silly
That's
thought.
Gigi.
Oh,
Might
whoops.
be a silly thought, but do you maybe want to go out sometime? Doki Doki, I'm not Greg.
And I'm Jem.
Welcome back. In our last episode, we journeyed a bit further and saw some spookies.
Yes, spookies is one word for it. Complete fucked up mess is another.
Alright, well, let's go, man. We're going to start reading with Yuri again. That's what's going to happen now.
Lots of Yuri. My voice is going to give soon.
Do you want me to take over for Yuri?
No, I've got Yuri.
Okay, you sure?
You've got to keep it consistent.
Okay.
Keep it consistent. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive.
I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone.
I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything.
Oh, alright.
I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read.
That's what you love to hear, right? In this game. I can feel her presence over my shoulder. Even though she's sitting right next to me, I can feel her over my shoulder.
I can feel the presence. What presence are you talking about? It's so deep.
Well, it's not a particularly bad thing.
Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Oh, you silly boy. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead.
So sorry. I was just bathing in the feeling of your body.
What? Is it just doing those quickly, or are you skipping over
No,
them?
that's that. That's not me.
That's
that.
That's creepy.
It said that she was bathing in your body heat. In case you missed it.
Not a sexy game, maybe.
Yeah, that's not me skipping it, by the way. That just skips through that automatically.
Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you?
I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry.
I wonder if she actually said that out loud and he's just choosing to ignore it because he's like, I'm not gonna comment on that. It's like, I'm sorry, I was just bathing in the heat of your body. Yeah, no, it's okay.
Yeah, true. I wonder if he's actually hearing it and seeing it, or is it just us?
I mean...
Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them.
I suppose so.
Oh, it's book time, baby.
Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page.
Here.
Guarantee you something fucked up is going to happen here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side.
Yuri slides.
But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before.
Now she can feel your body warmth even more.
It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision.
So much to do with warmth and all this.
Are you
ready?
Yeah?
To turn the page?
Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. Yeah, you did. By this demonic demon girl. I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her.
That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me.
What does she mean by that? We've just met, right? How have we been patient with her? I don't actually know what that means.
I'm trying to read into it. I'm sure there's something there.
I don't know, because this is the first time meeting her. Oh no, this is the second day, right? Yeah, this is day 2.
Is this day 2?
Yeah, because we wrote the poem at the end of day 1. And we haven't shared the poems yet.
Oh, yes.
But
yes,
this is
of
day
course.
2, because she bought the book.
That's right.
I don't understand what she means by you've been patient with me, though.
I'm just getting distracted by all the demonic stuff.
Look at her smile, though.
Thanks. Yeah, it's unsettling. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange.
Yeah, it does.
My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb.
Intimate.
Hey, Yuri. This might be a silly
That's
thought.
Gigi.
Oh, whoops.
Might be a silly thought, but do you maybe want to go out sometime?
This might be a silly thought, but let me just correct my voice here. The main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit.
Oh, look at that face. She didn't make that face last time.
Didn't she?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, what's happening here? No.
No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not.
Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses things she says and all that. This seems a bit different to what it... Is this what he was saying the first
Yeah,
time?
but I don't think her reaction was quite this overjoyed.
Yeah.
Last time she was a bit embarrassed about it. She was like, oh, really? But now she's like, ah, really?
As if she remembered.
That's what you were talking about.
Not the, like, cutting people's limbs off part. No, not that part.
Sorry. I thought you meant something else about her.
Something else?
Never mind.
Look at her face.
What is... What?
We didn't even get that far yet, so I don't know why that came into my head.
Yuri, are you feeling alright? That wasn't happening. Let's look at that.
Yeah?
Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little...
My breathing?
Yuri puts her hand on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat.
That's not how you feel your heartbeat, Yuri.
I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water.
Alright, don't push yourself. No, reading, it's a very strenuous activity. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. That didn't happen last time.
No,
did it?
that didn't happen last time.
That-
Last time we got cock-blocked by a Monaco.
Yeah. What on earth was that about?
Gigi, did something just happen now? Happen just now?
Yeah? I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess.
So you don't know anything?
Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her?
Oh, no, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her, you fucking pervert.
No, nothing.
Don't worry, I believe you, silly.
I really don't think it's Gigi doing something that we have to worry about here, Monica.
Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming.
Alright, if you say so.
Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other?
Yeah? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri?
Well, she might be a while, so I just figured we'd get started without her. Is that okay?
Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag.
Who do you want to share your poem with?
Natsuki?
Natsuki?
Yeah.
Not really a fan of Monica, are you?
Yeah, I've never picked her first, have I?
No, you did. I think the first time we read a poem, you picked Monica first.
Oh, okay.
And then from there, you haven't. But I mean, she's not really the one you're chasing anyway. I don't think you really have a choice of chasing Monica.
They just... I don't know. They're all off-putting. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first.
Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you.
This is definitely what she said last time, the bitch. That's a little blunt.
Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It's just not great. It just didn't evoke any emotions.
So, basically, it's not cute enough for your tastes.
Do you want to get smacked? Yeah, kinda.
I'll pass.
Oh, sigh. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. I think it's the same as last time. Do you want to read it again? I think it's the same
No,
one.
it's Yeah.
It's the same.
Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it.
I like it.
What? Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like
Because
it?
you don't sound like you like it. You didn't, like, take your pants off or something. That'll show me you like it. I mean, well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously.
Might be the lack of syllables. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves?
And she said that she doesn't share her poem, so who is not taking her writing seriously?
Us, I suppose.
Though we have taken it seriously,
the-
it'd be like,
It's her. She doesn't take it seriously. We see through you. Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly. You just get me. I like to read, like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like I'm gonna hit you hard later. Like this poem actually. Yes, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then make it fall flat on purpose. I almost forgot the feeling in the last line.
So you did. I guess more went into than I realized.
I feel like it's entirely-
a lot more went into it than I realized.
I feel like the reason why you don't like Natsuki is because the voice that I've been doing for her.
Possibly,
is actually,
possibly.
I mean, she's a little bitchy, but I think
The,
it's
the deep voice really
like really fucked it.
amplifies the bitchiness.
That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something.
Or high school douche jock
Yeah.
sort of type.
Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her.
All right.
No, yeah,
Monica.
Choices and more choices.
Hi, Gigi. Having a good time so far?
Yeah.
Righto. Good. Glad to hear it. Fantastic. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Alright, I'll keep that in mind.
Okay.
Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up.
I think you are. Fucking terrified.
I'm quite hesitant about what I'm saying to these crazy bitches. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Don't worry, Gigi. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know, but it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like you just get me.
I hand Monica my poem.
Great job, Gigi. I was going, ooh, in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated
That's
you.
definitely what she said last time.
That's exactly it. I thought you were dumber than this. Well done.
It's it's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. Yeah, it's definitely what you said last time too, Gigi. Setting the bar high again, I see.
Well, my expectations were pretty low for you already.
That way, it always counts when I put in some effort.
That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway.
Nice evil laugh, by the way.
Thank you.
It's very off-putting for the
sorry.
theme of this. No, continue. It works with it because now we know that she's possessed or something.
What?
I don't know. She's doing
I
something
mean,
weird.
I could read, Monica, like, you know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right?
No, I prefer
Yeah.
the overly robotic Siri-like sort of tones.
You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? I was going more for like a infomercial type.
Yeah.
Yeah. Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Or a commentator, like a sports commentator. Sometimes I feel
Like
like
a commentator mixed with like transatlantic guys, you know, kind of thing.
I'll take it.
You
I'll
know?
take it.
When they're just like, because they had those radios and their voices were always that nasally thing.
Yeah.
They're like, welcome over, you're flying over this way now.
Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. I don't mean that like it's a bad thing, though. But sometimes I get the impression that she's totally fucked up and that she's totally given up on people.
Oh, this is all just super concerning.
She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that.
Oh my god, you sound like Frank Walker.
Really?
That's who it is. I was trying to figure out
No,
who it is.
he's more Frank Walker from National Tiles.
Yeah, but a little bit nasally, but the mannerisms.
Oh, true. She must be really starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on strongly.
She just wanted some tiles and a good price.
Like earlier, I think she gets too stimulated. She ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time.
Suddenly, the door opens.
Yuri!
I'm back. Did I miss anything?
No, I was just shit-talking you to Gigi. Not really. We all started sharing our poems with each other.
Already? I'm sorry for being late.
No need to apologize. We'll speak about it later. We still have plenty of time, so I'm more glad that you took all the time you needed. That was good words.
All right. Thanks, Monica. I suppose I should go get my poem now.
Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good.
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know?
I see.
Haha!
Well, let's read it then.
Here you go. Is this the same one?
Yeah, Hole in the Wall. Yeah,
it?
this was
Yeah.
the same one.
You sure?
It begins. Oh wait, no, actually.
Yeah, she didn't write a hole in the wall the first time.
Hole in the wall. But he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glance at my surroundings. But my burned eyes can no longer see colour. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling, playing tricks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen.
I kind of dig that one. That's not bad. So, what did you think?
It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
What was the inspiration behind this one?
Watching you sleep at night. Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess I could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit.
An epiphany?
Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixed on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow.
That is definitely what she said last time, I remember that.
That's my advice for today.
Monica's tip of the day.
Thanks for listening. Her voice works so well with it too.
Yeah, I was about to say, that really quite was an infomercial there, really.
Alright. Here's your go.
As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten.
Exceptional.
Exceptional.
What was that? ...
question mark. Did I say that out loud?
Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face.
He's going to hate me.
You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri.
That's... I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for?
Yuri takes a breath along with not Greg.
So, what kind of writing experience do you have?
Why does she do this every fucking time? Just read the fucking poem, dude. I mean,
Just like, I came over here to fucking read your poem.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not have a general chit-chat.
Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before.
Really?
Really, dude?
How many times has he done this, Dave? Maybe he has written lots of poems.
I don't know, man. Maybe the literature club, maybe all these chairs were actually all the people in the literature club. And it's like slowly over time.
They just turn into chairs?
Yeah. I missed your face on that one. I was going to get a photo of your face for a second.
I only held it for a moment, sorry. I'll try to hold it for a bit longer next time. Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really.
Huh?
Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. ...
Well, I know that. I just meant,
Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly.
Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them.
If I do say so myself, I am amazing. Gigi, you should know that.
Yeah, we figured it out last time, Yuri. This is really just more like, yes, we get it, just get it all out.
Just come back a little bit, man.
I think the most
noticeable thing...
Yuri's balls just dropped.
Puberty! I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened.
Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert.
Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things.
Like knife play.
And licking bloody fingers. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though.
Biased? How?
Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry.
It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now?
Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it.
Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club?
Yeah.
Ghost under the light, yeah.
It's the same one, yeah.
No, nothing's changed. ...
I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting.
What?
What?
I wasn't thinking that at all.
Definitely wasn't thinking
It
that.
took you a long time to read.
Thanks.
You're a fucking idiot.
Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty.
That's a relief.
Also, I like the poem.
Yeah. We're just sitting here just talking about her handwriting.
It's a calligraphy club now. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive.
It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems.
Not at all.
I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose.
Like your blood.
Are you into ghosts, Yuri?
Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Gigi.
Really?
I must have
totally missed the point. Gigi's balls just went up.
Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing.
That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive.
It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so...
Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you.
You think so?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Gigi.
Okay.
Me too.
Sure, girl that I met yesterday.
Quite the connection. You. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club, after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monica is writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly.
What's with this language?
Did you say something?
Oh, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy.
Thanks. Yours is cute.
Just backhanding each other.
Cute? Did you just completely miss a symbolism or something?
Girl fight.
It's clearly about feeling of giving up. Like how you should give up trying to get with Gigi. I'll let me fuck her instead. How can that be cute? Fucking bitch.
Escalating quickly.
I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
You mean you have to try and come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but I really come out nice at all.
Well, I do have a couple of suggestions.
Humph. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monica liked it, and Gigi did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. Shut the fuck up.
Excuse me? I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet.
No.
And Gigi liked my poem too, you know.
Oh my god, he liked two different things?
Oh,
Jeez.
God forbid. What a two-dimensional human being.
He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands.
Oh, Natsuki suddenly stands up. God, my balls just keep jumping up now and then.
She stands up and gets rid of the music.
Oh, where'd the music go?
Oh.
It's never good when the music goes, guys. It's never good. You know something's coming.
I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri.
Oh, now it's back. What was the weird thing? Where'd the weird thing go?
You're
That's not what I... You're just...
Yuri stands up as well.
Maybe you're just jealous that Gigi appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours.
Huh? And how do you know you didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself?
No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy.
Oh, well, you know what? I was the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Gigi started showing up.
Natsuki?
Natsuki, that's a little...
This doesn't
This
involve
doesn't
you.
involve you. Taking out your own insecurities on others like that. You really act as young as you look, Natsuki.
Me? Look who's talking. You wanna be edgy, bitch?
Edgy? Sorry that my lifestyle's too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend.
See?
Oh, because there's no Sayori to wind it down. What's going to happen here?
Just saying that proves my point.
Okay, look, this is getting intense. What's going on?
More people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know?
And
If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only cute thing about you is how hard you try.
Oof. Whoa, be careful. You might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad. You already do, don't you?
Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the fuck is wrong with your head?
Wow, these girls are really getting full on here. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, go on. Let Gigi hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels for you after this.
Uh-huh.
Suddenly, Yuri turns towards me as if she just noticed I was standing here.
Gigi. She's just trying to make me look bad.
That's not true. She started it.
It's not. What? Yuri, let's not piss off the angry
Yuri?
bitch. Yeah, let's not. She drinks blood, man.
Do you want to pick Yuri?
Wait, who's right? What are we picking?
I don't know, man. You were supposed to be
Yuri.
reading it.
I was trying to read it. It was so quick.
Well, which one are you picking?
Yuri.
Yuri?
Yuri's right. Yuri. 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 What are you doing, Yuri? Yuri. Oh, okay, Natsuki. Whatever. It's obviously going to put us there. Fuck me. What? Natsuki. Yuri. Yuri. Yeah.
Monica! Hey!
What?
I could still pick, though.
What the fuck is going on?
Hey, Gigi. Why don't we step outside for a little bit? Okay? Sorry about that. I think it's a good time to end. There's a bit of a crescendo. I think it's time to take a little bit of a break. And let's process what just happened.
I'm not sure what happened. What was that? It wasn't really scary. It was weird.
I don't know, man.
I feel like more's coming, though.
I think so, too.
I definitely feel like more's coming.
We will find that out in the next episode, won't we? Thank you so much for joining us. If you like this, leave a like, do the comment, do the stuff. I don't know. YouTube things. Do the stuff.
Ciao.
Bye.